My manipulative husband crashed my daughter's sweet 16 and embarrassed her in front of her crush. So my daughter and I did the same thing when his birthday came around. My husband and I got married around 2 years ago, and there has been thing and one thing only which I dislike about him, and that's how controlling he is towards my daughter. He is not his bio father but likes to act like one, often asking my daughter to refer to him as her father. In parent-teacher conferences, he addresses himself as my daughter's father too, and it's things like that which has made the relationship sour to say the least. They often fight a lot, and these fights stem from my husband trying to place illogical boundaries on my daughter. Just a few weeks ago, they had a fight about the fact that my daughter bought a crop top, and my husband told her she was presenting himself in a ratchet way. You see, within the 2 years that we have all lived together, my husband has made it his mission to raise my daughter in a good Christian way just like he was raised. My husband tried policing the clothes my daughter wears, the friends he hangs out with, and given that my daughter listens to metal music, my husband says that he has satanic tendencies. I have had many conversations about this topic with my husband saying that I too listen to metal and you don't see me practicing Satanism, yet my husband insists this is different. I remember a couple of months ago, my daughter went to a heavy metal concert with her friend and her friend's dad, and they didn't come until around 1 a.m. My husband came home from work around 8 p.m. And by that time, my daughter had already gone. After I told my husband what my daughter was up to, he completely flipped out, saying that my daughter was going to get hurt and this behavior was unacceptable and very much grounds for being grounded. I told my husband there was no way I was grounding my daughter over this and my word is final. My husband went quiet for a second before taking his keys and spontaneously deciding to drive to the concert to try to retrieve my daughter, but he was denied entry when he didn't have a ticket. He tried to buy one on the spot, but they were all sold out. When he came home, he and I had a huge argument and I put my foot down, saying if he says anything to my daughter when he gets home, we will be over. This made him listen, and he grit his teeth, but didn't say anything to my daughter the next day. He did tell her to shut up however when my daughter was telling me how much fun she had last night. My husband and I talked that night, and I mentioned to him that I was done with him controlling my daughter. He is not her father, and if he keeps this up, I will put an end to our marriage. He ended up promising me that he would never again try to pull any controlling stuff. This promise of his actually lasted, and I was very surprised to see that he was indeed following through with his word. That was until my daughter started planning a pool party for her sweet 16.